After Israel struck targets in Iran early on Friday, there was little chance of business as usual among G7 foreign ministers. Their host on the island of Capri confirming the US had received prior warning from Israel.
I think it's already known. The US was informed at the last minute. But there was no sharing by the US. It was mere information.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken refused to be drawn on the details.
I'm going to be incredibly boring and not make your day by saying, again, I'm not going to speak to what's been reported other than to say that the United States has not been involved in any offensive operations.
Setting out the main points of the final communiqué, he said the G7 was more united than ever in working to de-escalate tensions in the Middle East.
We're committed to Israel's security. We're also committed to de-escalating, to trying to bring this tension to a close. You saw as well, or you'll see soon in the G7 statement, a commitment to hold Iran to account for its destabilizing activities, holding it to account by degrading its missile and drone capabilities.
It's an idyllic location in which G7 foreign ministers confronted a sea of problems, from Iran and Israel to Gaza, Ukraine to the Indo-Pacific. The Middle East dominated, of course, with ministers repeating the mantra of de-escalation, to be followed, they said, by renewed efforts towards a ceasefire in Gaza. They were critical of Israel's failure to allow the full flow of aid into Gaza.
As the G7, we underline what my colleague David Cameron and I made clear in Jerusalem on Wednesday. Despite recognizable initial steps towards more humanitarian aid, this is not enough. The Israeli government has a duty to help end the humanitarian suffering of so many people, and especially the children in Gaza.
And amid signs that Israel is still planning a large-scale incursion into Rafah in the south of the Gaza Strip, the German foreign minister echoed Secretary Blinken in restating their objection. With up to 1.4 million people sheltering there, they said it would lead to catastrophic consequences. Jonah Hull, Al Jazeera, Capri.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.